Go get your brushes, go get your paint. This is how you do it, the Shoshie way. I'm gonna teach you, be ready to learn. 'Cause when I'm done, it's your turn. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on, tune in, hear what I say. Watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above. And if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Hello, it's Shoshie and we're live. It's Wednesday. It doesn't feel like Wednesday. No, it's Monday. That's why it doesn't feel like Wednesday. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, okay? We got a new subscriber, Robosh76. Mad love. You can see me behind my little animation. I still haven't gotten that fixed. I need to write that down because I won't remember if I don't write it down. Fix animation. It's a crazy time. Hello, how's everybody doing? It's Monday. I'm tired. I don't know about you, but I'm tired. So we'll see how long this stream lasts. Maybe sometimes I get the energy going as we go. We're gonna be painting the fire element, which is an amazing mini. Here she is. I've already started her. We've got lots to go. Hang on a second. Let's write down Robosh. And I'm going to say hello to other people. How are you doing, Robosh? Hopefully you had a good weekend. Let's see. We got Rumble in the house. Batalur61. Rebel Star Raider. And who else? Robosh. Let's see. It looks like that might be it right now. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining. This is going to be really fun to paint. I'm going to show you guys how we're going to do. Yep, we got the right notice and everything. I'm going to be showing you guys how I'm going to do this bronze non-metallic metal. Hi, Steve. How are you doing? Happy Monday. So for some reason, I'm in my basement and it's roasting today. I don't know why it's so warm, but I'm a little bit warm. And Just Rest for All, hello. How are you doing? All right, I'm just gonna fan myself for a second just to see if I can cool off. I don't know if the air conditioner is on. We've been having the back patio door open a lot so we can enjoy the bird garden. Melting in the Texas Panhandle. And I hear that my friends in the Europe and UK are also suffering in the heat. Batalur, what is the temperature where you are in Rebel Star Raider? Oh, you like that? Yeah, I'm gonna show you how I got that too. I just love that little bit of peach on her belly. It's so nice, and on her nose. All right, so I got my wet palette. We're gonna do the bronze first, I think. Good afternoon, Tevison. Carlos A. Garcia's hosting. Thank you for that host, Carlos. Hopefully you're doing good. So I got this recipe online. Let me tell you and see if I can tell you where I got it, because I like to credit people who make these things that I don't have to do the work. Okay, so what did I do? Bronze. I think it was bronze non-metallic metal was what I looked up. Non-metallic tutorial or recipe. And then I did an image search to find exactly what I wanted. And let's see who did this. It looks like it's Figure Mentors is where I got it, which is a great place. And can I link it? I think I can link it. I think this is the one where I got it. No, that's not where I got it. I'm not telling the truth here. Hold on. It's this one. Ah, it was a Pinterest. It's a Pinterest link that I'll have to follow. Sergey Gaibin, Instagram, is the one where I got it from. Let's see if I can. Dang it, it's not letting me link to it. Well, let me try this again. I'm sorry, guys. Ravenswood, is that it? Oh, sir. Yeah, I think this is it. Yes, it's gonna link it. Okay, I have the link. So I got it from this person's Raven. In fact, I'm gonna follow them while I'm at it because that's a nice tutorial. So it's ravenswood_art. Well, at Instagram.com. Here, I'm gonna put it in 79 Fahrenheit. Ooh, yeah, that's actually not so bad. I think it's hotter where I'm at. Hello, hello. 26 Celsius, Derby, in Derby today, humid. 79 Fahrenheit. It's been around 32 to 33 C here. That's hot. That's like Australia. That's getting up there, isn't it? Woohoo! A wee bit warm for sure. Okay, so I just linked the recipe. The texture dress. You want to know how I made it? Okay, I will tell you. 1 minute. I got Vallejo Earth Texture, Black Lava Asphalt, Lava Negra Asfalto, and it's really nice. It's really like almost ready to go. So when you I took it out, and look at that. See, it's already black, and it's already got the texture. So all I did was I took like a large brush and I kind of put it on in a way so that I could still see all the folds and everything. And then I recently I don't know if you can see the blue. Can you see the blue? I did a little bit of dry brushing, some blue on the tops of the folds. Yeah, 93 here. Let me see what is the weather here. It feels, I think it's hotter. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Where's the weather app? There it is. It's 90 degrees, so that means, let me put it in Celsius and see what happens. That means it is 32 degrees Celsius here. It's very warm. So I understand. So we're about the same, Rebel Star. Yeah. So that's all I did. It's very simple, Carlos, is I just put this on the model. And what's cool is, guess what? I don't have to spend hours and hours and hours blending now. I can just do a little dry brush. Oh, Japanese pop. Okay, we'll listen to some Japanese pop. Give me a second. We got Japanese metal. See if I can find the Japanese pop. It's in here. If I can't find the Japanese pop, is the Japanese metal okay? We'll go with the Japanese metal because I can't tell which one is which anymore. Hopefully that's okay, Benjamin. You love the tones? Okay. We're gonna. Sometimes the best solutions are simple. Yeah, this is the case. Yes, and she's gonna be very cool looking. All right, so let's show this recipe based on this website or this Instagram link. So it looks like their first color is black, and I just have matte black. That's fine. So here, I just got Army Painter black. It doesn't matter. Black is black. I mean, there's different colors of black, but that's what I've been using. And then I need this burgundy. Now he's got orange mixed with black, but what happened when I used this orange, I got like a weird pasty brown. Didn't look good. So orange and black don't always make this nice burgundy, which is what I want. So instead I'm just going to put burgundy down. Okay. Then we can make some burnt orangey color. Okay. And then I have this awesome Heartfire. It's a warm yellow. If you don't have Heartfire, you could mix a little bit of golden yellow with a little bit of transparent orange, just a little bit, and to warm up your yellow. Okay. And then we have this very pastel yellow. Now his colors that he used were base mix was black plus old Amarantha red from Vallejo Model Color. And then highlight with AR and brown to be the pure brown. Okay, that makes sense. Let's get this on here. Oop, oh, blurp, blurp. Sometimes that happens when you squeeze your bottles, which I shouldn't have done. I'm hopefully going to use a lot of that. And then the white, we'll put the white over here. You don't ever need a lot of white, just a little bit. So let's do this. Let's take a flat brush. I'm going to go back to chat and read chat for you guys. Okay. Glad that it doesn't get warm here where I live. Nanala, where do you live? Is it in Canada? Although it has been hard to paint my house with all the rain. Oh, Fang and Claw Hobbies, good. I'm doing good. We're going to mix some white with some of this yellow here. I got way too much yellow. Let me do some things unconventional here. I am going to attempt to scoop some of this back into the bottle because that's a lot of paint to waste. Rainer, thank you for the subscription. Hello, how are you? Got too much paint. We're making a mess, Rainer. I was glad to be able to visit you for a little bit on your channel. Hope that your partnership push is going well. Can we get a shout out for Rainer, please? Rainer is one of my triptych brothers. We haven't done a lot together recently, unfortunately, but you know, the love is still there, right? Oh man, that brush. So this brush needs cleaning. It is got paint in it. Let's do that. Ugh, I wonder, so I let paint dry on that brush. I wonder, do we have some Gentastics here? I wonder if I could clean that out real quick. All right, well, anyway, let's mix some of this yellow in here with this. It seems really overpowered by that. Wow, really overpowered by that yellow. Dang, I did not expect that. Let's add a smidge of transparent and see what happens. No problem. Likewise, been tough catching afternoon streams. I know it's tough for me to catch evening streams because that's the only time I have with Mike right now. Until he's going to be working from home, hopefully sometime soon, which will make my life better. And I just lost this cap. Here it is. Okay. Let's try this again. Put more of that yellow in there. See what I can do. Okay. Mix these two together to get something in between. Okay, let's add a little bit of that orange in there. That's not bad. It repigmented it a little bit. Okay, and then these two get mixed together in the middle here. Sort of a color I probably won't use a lot. Well, you never know. Okay. This is a really, I didn't expect this to go like this. I'm kind of tempted to just stop and waste a ton of paint. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm too cheap. Let's do this. Mix these two together. See, now we can get a rich brown down here. Let's take a little bit of that. There we go. That is more the color I wanted here. Yep, this is better. Oh yeah. Okay, this is so much better. Out of this, we're gonna be able to make something. I apologize for making a mess. Hey. All right. Ready? I'm also going to put a little bit of Lamia medium. How do you guys say it? Do I have some? Where'd it go? Well, there it is. This is going to go on here as well. And if I need to glaze anything and make it smoother. Hi, Gridlock Sis. Hopefully you're doing well. It's too hot to paint. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. All right, let's show you how I'm going to do this bronze non-metallic metal. Okay, so let's show you on the back because the sides are going to be a little bit harder. You get to see a little booty crack here. I'm going to start with this black burgundy mix. And I'm going to try to get it as close to the skin without going over as I can. That's sort of going to end up being my dark line. See? Let's pull this down a little bit. If you need help seeing anything, let me know right now. And I might be able to adjust my camera a little bit. Is that clear enough? Let's take a look. Let me look with my glasses. Doing awesome. That's good. It is, yeah, it's very hot and humid here. Okay, I think we can see okay. Yeah, it looks like you can see okay. If anybody needs help seeing, let me know. So I'm I'm starting with the black and the burgundy. And this is my first coat. Now I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to paint the whole thing because I need to kind of wet blend this a little bit. In the little crooks where it turns, it's okay to have more black because it's going to be more shadowed. You want that contrast. Okay, so while that is still a little bit wet, I'm going to grab some of that next brown color and we're going to start highlighting it where you can see the volumes. See that? And I'm kind of using my eyeball to gauge where the model is going to get that reflection based on how the overhead light is hitting it. So that's going to be how I'm going to tell. Oopsie, that's too much black. That's still too much black. I like this song. It reminds me of like, it's 80s synth kind of. It kind of reminds me of like Never Ending Story or the Lady Hawk soundtrack. Okay. Now I'm trying to paint this as clean as I can. There. Now I'm going to stop. Nice model. Thank you. You do thunderstorms? We could use some thunderstorms here. I'd have to bring in my bird feeder stuff though. You just ordered a resin printer and you're gonna print some busts to practice skin on, learning from the best. Aw, Nanala, thank you. Yeah, what printer did you get? There's some great academic busts you've seen. Oh, that's cool, Rumble. Now you have to share. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to dip into this brown color. Again, glasses are off. I'm going to hit that area that's got the biggest highlight. So how many people do I have in here from the UK? I've got Rumble. Is anybody else in here from the UK? Oh, there we go. All right, so that's my first layer, and then you can see I've blended it nice. So now I'm going to go into that high bronzy yellow. I don't want a ton of this because, okay, I need to be careful because see how I've got a little bit of yellow here, but not too much. What I'm going to end up doing is having to cover some of this yellow with my orange, because my orange is transparent. Okay, let's see if I can connect this together a little bit. It's okay. And then especially here. Okay, I'm trying to follow those highlights like I said, and that needs to dry for a minute, so I guess I'll just try to smooth it out a little so it's not quite so crunchy. There, okay. Rebel Stars from the UK, Batalures from the UK. So the reason why I asked was because I've been watching, I told Rumble about this, I've been watching this show called The Mill. It was a Channel 4 series that was about this this mill in the Industrial Revolution, and it's really good programming, and I really enjoy it. And so I'm learning all this stuff about like the history of the UK in a really kind of entertaining way. And I never like, I knew about the Industrial Revolution in sort of a vague, abstract way, like Charles Dickens. But this show really makes it real. Yeah, is it on Netflix? I need to watch it on Netflix. I've found it on YouTube. That's cool. Anyway, I've been really enjoying it. I need to find it on Netflix. So I think they only had 2 series, right? Is that right? Series 1 and 2? Okay, so you guys can see the yellow dried, and it dried super chalky. So I need to go back in with this orange, because this is what makes this feel more... Ooh, that is too much water in my brush. So what makes this feel more bronzy is that orange. So there's another show that I was watching on YouTube that was another Channel 4 program, and it was called Sent Back in Time? I can't remember the name of it, but basically 4 UK celebrities are challenged to not go back in time, but basically to live as Victorians for 24 hours in the past is what it's called. Okay, so I'm just glazing back over that yellow to begin. I think I'm not doing this right. We'll see. We'll just see. Sometimes it takes a minute to look right. Non-metallic middle is one of those things where you have an ugly stage. Okay, and now I can go in here and highlight that. Oh yeah, now it's looking okay. So one of the people that was one of the Victorians who was challenged was a former MP, and what's funny about it was she was like, I guess a conservative or something, and she ended up starting like a labor movement in the Victorian, which was really funny. Hi, Everton. How are you doing? I am dying. I don't know how long I'll be able to stream because it's very warm down here, and I don't know why. It shouldn't be this warm in my basement. All right, so now you see I've got this nice, glowing, smooth yellow. This is where the reflections start coming in. The reflections are not smooth usually. They're usually kind of harsh. So where things are pointed, there's going to be definitely some, and when things are narrow, there's going to be some more reflection. See how it does that? And it doesn't have to be right, it just needs to look good. 2 seasons, okay, of the mill, good. Well, I'm gonna have to finish it. I really enjoy it. I definitely would not have wanted to be a working class British citizen in the Victorian period. Would not have been a good time. There we go. Okay, see how that's starting to look really pretty? This is that pastel. This is the pastel yellow here. And they don't all have to connect, right? There. Oh, that's lovely. I love that. Okay. And if I need to, glaze it or do anything, I can. But right now, I think it looks pretty good. Now, the white is the last step, and that's where I'm going to put my I'm just going to do little dots of white in the spots where it's going to be the brightest in the center of the reflection of the non-metallic bronze. Okay, I think I'll leave that for now. Oh, last thing, I need to look to see if I need to go back and dark line anything to clean anything up, and it looks pretty good. I don't think I need to do anything. So we're gonna go ahead and start the rest. Razar, hello. Free trips to Australia. Oh, I know. Bachelor, that's so right. Yeah, they've mentioned Australia a couple times. Check out the 6-part series on YouTube. If you like 24 Hours in the Past, you should show a Victorian farm. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. Thank you, Amberden. Oh, that looks really good. Yeah, that's got that Ruth Goodman. She's like a Victorian expert. And she also like ran an apothecary too in the Victorian times. That was really cool as well. That's next on my list. It's funny how you get hooked into stuff, you know, and especially YouTube, you just kind of dive down you know, an interest well that you didn't know you'd be interested in. There used to be a series called Back in Time for Dinner, which followed a family. I think I saw something similar. If we're talking 3D printers, Anycubic has a big sale via their website right now. Good to know. That's good. Amber says it's a drammed sauna in the UK at the moment. Oh, it's a sauna right here too. Thankfully, I have air conditioning, but I don't know what's going on today in my basement because it's not being nice today in my basement. All right, again, a little bit more black on the underside, less burgundy. It's okay to go full on black with that. Yep. And then more burgundy on the top because it's still going to be a little bit lighter. Right there. Okay, that looks good. Same thing now. Turning it. Well, you know what? I'm just going to work one piece at a time. And that way, if I mess it up, I don't have the whole piece to mess up. Humidity 33%. That's a lot. It's going to rain soon? Have I heard of Lucy Worsley? She's a good historian with lots of shows. I'll check her out too. Let me write that down. Double fruity, good idea. Is it UK history or is it just regular history? Worsley. One of the reasons why I'm liking this Victorian stuff is I'm finding the parallels to be very, very similar. It's like, oh, you're talking about her bag's talking about the printers. $110 off their resin ones. The filaments are like $120. That's a good deal. That is a really good deal. No shipping to Canada though. Oh, you have to find somebody to ship it to you from the US or something then, huh? Shipping to Norway is a headache with toll and bans on dangerous liquids. Oh, is that because the resin is flammable? That makes sense. I would think the US is the same. Right now, it's getting slower and slower to ship anything in the US. Super good free shipping in the US. Oh, there you go, Herp Bag. You can have her ship it to you. They have plant-based resin now. Awesome. What plant is it? Soy-based? Air conditioning in private homes is very rare. Is it rarer in the UK? Office aircon is the only thing I miss about working. Yeah. You can, I could have swore I saw at like Home Depot or something, you can get this little room air condition. It's small. You could always do like the Australian air condition and put like a cooler with ice in it and a fan. I'm not trying to disparage my Australian friends. That's the only reason I said that is because I've actually seen Australians joke about that. All right, here's the orangey brown. This is the one that I want a little bit smooth. Checking to see if my music has stopped. No, it's just got a long outro. Shoshie, do you use scale color paints for any other models? I brought the primary set and skin tones, but I found that the paints are not covering as good as Vallejo's. You got to shake them really well. I used to use them Coalescence. I no longer buy them. But I've used them a lot in my, and you can probably find a lot of my old YouTube videos with them. Lamunis! Subscribed. 32 months. Quickly catching up to your age. Thank you, Lemonus. And Maroon. Yay, Maha. Thank you for the raid. Hopefully you had a good stream. We are in the middle of painting this. I was just about to write down Laminus's name, so stick around because I'm just going to write this down real quick. This is actually Laminus's commission. I can't spell U-N-E-S-S. I apologize. 32 months. You'd think I'd have it right by now. The Lucy Worsley shows are all sorts of history. Oh, okay, I like that. She was really good. She's a big fan of period costuming. Oh, that's nice. How are you, Maha? You did, though honestly, I don't know where my time went for fiddling on things on Kairos. Yeah. How is the weather where you're at, Maha? We've been talking about weather and heat and just the general malaise. All right, I've got this orangey brown now. So this is, again, think about where the light's gonna bounce off this metal. It's gonna be up here. That, and there's a little bead. All right, and then the yellow, we have to go right into the yellow so we can kind of try to wet blend that. That's going to be straight on the middle there. Oh, I like that. I like that swoop. And then of course, yay, beer and board games. How are you? There we go. Okay, let that dry. Actually, I don't need to let that dry. I can go straight in with my, this is the light yellow. See, now it's starting to kind of look more reflective. All the little, oh, see, I'm overpainted that. Let's get back into that yellow a little bit. If I need to glaze it, I can with some brown. That works-ish. Right. It doesn't look right to me. Let's try. There we go. There's more of this tan color on the front. Yeah, that actually helps. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. Let's look at chat. Weather's been nice and cool, although it's heating up. It'll be good for your peppers. Yes. Cat draws. Hello. Yeah, glute cleavage. Yep, you get a little cleavage here. You're funny. Well played. Oh, thank you for following Beer and Board Games. I didn't notice that that was a follow. So you pulled Malefica down to show an example. You realized that there is so much to be improved. You were so proud of her, but you feel like you've progressed farther. Don't improve her. that was a time and space where maybe you don't want to mess with her anymore. I mean, it's up to you, but I would say leave her. All right, there's a little bling. I don't know if I want to get back into the browns with this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Put some more. All right. I'm going to go with this burgundy. Because I'm not happy with this. I'm going to glaze back over everything. Right? Till I'm happy. Start over. Now let's try the orangey again. I was doing more like wet blending, a little bit of transparent, a little bit of, there we go. Okay, while that is drying, I will get into this yellow, hopefully. I have a little bit too, see how much paint is on my brush? It's too much, so I'm gonna drop some of that off. There we go. And I can kind of mix those two together on the piece. Now, there's my light yellow. So much better now. I did it again. All right. I think what I need to do is mix some of this black with some of this yellow to make, I need to make like a taupe color. Yeah, that like this. That's better. And this time I'm going to let it dry. We just got a new subscriber, Felspar07, O007. How are you? Thank you so much for subscribing with your Twitch Prime. I really do appreciate that. And hopefully you are having a good day. Spar007. There you go. Thank you. Welcome. In terms of advancements, we're talking about 3D printers still? Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna leave that brownish color because I feel like it's still drying, and I think I put too much on it before. Ailey, thank you for subscribing. Don't forget, guys, subscribers are gonna get the giveaway. Let's see what day it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be next week sometime. Let's see, subscription day is, so it'll be, so the 16th falls on a Sunday. So we will have our subscriber giveaway day on the 17th, which will be the Monday after that weekend. So it'll be 17th. Subscriber giveaway. August. Subscriber giveaway. There we go. So you guys will all be eligible for the subscriber giveaway that's going to be happening on the 17th. And we haven't figured out yet what that's going to be. So just remember that you have to be subscribed before. Because if you subscribe the day, you run the risk of the bot not noticing that you've subscribed that day. It does that weird thing. All right, here's that yellow again. You know what? I lied. Let's put the yellow. Let's put the light yellow on first, and see what happens. Let's do that. Okay, and then I'll do another little volume right there. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. All right, I'm gonna make that lighter. And what I can do from there, I don't want to do anything with that right now because I'm worried that it's drying, so I don't want to do anything. Let's do a little dot right here. Okay. And now I'm going to take my transparent orange, just a little bit. So we can kind of bring back some of that oranginess. So we got it. There we go. That was what I wanted. Now the white. This is where I do little stipple dots of those little ding, because you know how sometimes that way get that little ding of white. You want almost hardly any of this, just where the pointiest parts of the model are. All right, so now let's turn her over. Can you see how I have this beautiful rosiness to her skin? I'm going to show you how I got that. So as you know, all we did to her gray skin was we primed it black and then airbrushed gray primer directly over it. It was Stynylrez black and then Stynylrez gray. And so we got this beautiful skin tone that's already there. What I'm going to do next, okay, there it is. I'm going to take, this is my darkest flesh color, and the reason why I'm choosing this and not a lighter flesh color is because it has more of that pinks in it already. And then I need my Lamia medium, somewhere. Here's some. Shake it real good because I don't know if it separates. I'm gonna put this on my palette right next to my pink fleshy color. Peachy. And I'm gonna thin that out to almost like nothing, like really, see how you can hardly see it. You should be able to see through. This is the Lamia medium. That's as thick as I want it. So I'm going to start back here because her hair is going to get covered, so it doesn't matter what I do back here. I can show you if I want to make something have a little rosy glaze. Do you see I'm pushing that back, and I'm pushing this around. Blot this off. And I can make this gray have that little bit of a rosy tone. I need a little gray on my palette as well. Forgot to mention that. Because if it's looking too like it's laying on top, then I need to mix a little gray in with my peach so that it feels like it's settled in. See? This has a little bit more gray. Now it's drying, so I really kind of I don't want to mess with it too much. I'm just showing that because it's going to be get covered by your hair. So here again, I'm going to mix a little gray with a little bit of my Lamia medium and a little bit of my flesh tone. This is going to be a little bit more visible on her body. I'm going to paint a little puddle on her shoulder, right? And notice I'm painting toward the apex of the model. Now I rinse my brush. I just have a little bit of Lamia medium in it, and I'm going to try to push this. Actually, no, I don't want Lamia medium in that at all because it's going to streak on me. I'm just going to try to thin that out so I don't have a line. If you have any questions, now is the time. Okay, we're just making a real thin, beautiful glaze on that shoulder. Okay, I did the same thing on her elbow already. You're going to put those on the apexes of things where the most capillary is going to be. What was yes? What did I miss? Laminus, what is yes? Oh, there's hype. What happened? What happened? What did I miss? Oh, we're just getting hype from Ailey and then hype from Felspar. But then forgot to make a note. Oh, okay. Let me do that. I'll make a note of Ailey. And you're right. I did forget. I will not forget now. You seem to see frames dropping. I'm not dropping frames at all, Rumble. So it's not me. I'm not showing it at all. So maybe it is you? A-E-L-I-I-E. There we go. I'm having a melt as well, Inky John. We're all doing a little melt right now. Okay, so let's do this. First of all, I can do this with a little bit more gray to kind of cover up the spot on her butt that got a little too much black. Just add a little bit more peach to it as we get to the center. Okay. I need to be fast because I need to, see how I'm mopping this around? I don't want that to have any brush strokes if I can help it. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere here. See how that added that little bit of rosy? Now there's too much down there. I'm going to just take a little bit of black. Same thing with the Lamia medium, a little bit of black in that Lamia medium. And I'm going to glaze that black over where I had too much of that there we go. Perfect. See, now it's much more smooth. On the booty. We just had a follower, the Thunder. Hello, how are you? It's Peachy. Yes, it is Peachy. Hi, Mini Splat. Wordy. Really does look amazing, Shoshie. Is there any reason why you didn't do the pink tint with the airbrush? Because it's very select. It's just so slight. And I'm also at that time I didn't know at all if I wanted the pink at all. I didn't know if I was gonna need it or not. So now I've got that one layer that's dry. I can add another one. So there's a little puddle right here. I can pull that, blot. Now I'm mopping it up to clean up those edges. Like that. See, now feels more alive when you have that little bit of pink. A little bit of pink. Let's see if I can do that on this booty. Wait a second. There's lava on her booty right here. Okay. This one is so thin and delicate. See where there's a kind of an like I said, an apex in the skin. We can add a little bit of that pink because maybe there's a little bit more capillaries. Let's see if we can move that a little bit more. Yeah, now she feels so much more alive with just that little bit, doesn't she? Let's do a little bit on this side of her hip. All right, I know there's questions. Hold on. Where do I get my inspiration from? I Google a lot, Evil Morty. So I Googled and I found this because I wanted to do something different than fire, because the model had some issues where I just wanted to do something different than fire. So I thought, what about instead of fire, we go lava? And I looked up lava or volcano goddess, and I found this image. It's Pele. This is a painting called Elements by Catherine it might be Langwagen, might be German. Anyway, Langwagen if you're English. And I thought, you know, I could use this. I could use the gray skin and the black skirting, and then her hair can end up having kind of this oomph of that kind of cloud. And it's still kind of similar to fire, but it's not fire. She's meant to be like a volcano goddess, right? And that's where I got the inspiration. But like I said before, a lot of times it's from Google, and I'll just Google image search and find images that strike me and work from them. The ashy skin is gorgeous. Thank you. So more control with the paintbrush. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly. Lamuna says you have to take into account overspray in an airbrush unless you do it from the very beginning. You'll destroy other areas at the same time. I wasn't sure what direction. Yeah, that's exactly right. And I knew I could glaze it in, right? And I knew I wouldn't have any problems with that. Now, okay, so we've got that. Let's go ahead and do a little bit more blending. So you do need to be a little bit fast with this brush. See how I'm just adding a thin glaze layer. Boom. Now hopefully that will dry smooth. Might be a little too rosy, her booty. I don't know yet. I think it'll be okay. We're just gonna do a little bit on the shoulder blades to balance things. And there's a latissimus dorsi over here. Same thing with this little shoulder blade, just a little bit. And just those little nuances are going to help give us that realism, right? Okay, I do think I need a little bit more up here on this piece. Very, very nice. See, that worked really well. Okay, so then all that's left then is some on her wrist, and you can see where a little bit of gray has come off. We can blend that in. Bear with me. I need to get into zone for a second. We had a new follower. Let me see who the new follower was. Chiretamg. Wait, is that how I say it? Chiretamg. That's a tricky name. How do I say your name? If you want to correct me, please do. I'd like to learn your name. Hi, Fertino. How are you doing? I need to make an impressive shelf for it. 1 cat's. Yeah, you need like a little curio case for it. You can probably find one on Facebook pretty quickly. You know? That's how I find all my little curio cabinets. All right. There's a little bend right there. And the bend on the wrist. Anywhere there's going to be a little extra blood flow, right? And then on these little knuckles. I painted her fingernails black so far, but I might change that. I just wanted them to have a black base. All right, so the actual knuckles get a little extra, and then right above that fingernail, there's going to be a little extra blood flow. And then there's more knuckles on that side of her hands. And that all gets glazed into the rest of her hand. See, there's too much on my brush. There we go. I'm just putting a little bit right here just so that will look a little bit more realistic. And again, right there. Do you understand why I'm picking the placement I am? Just so her skin feels a little bit more rosy in some spots. The hardest spot was to do her face, and part of that is because she was looking a little patchy. There you go, kind of like that. Okay. Lastly, on the palms of her hands, you want that little rosiness as well, if you can reach it. That doesn't look too bad. No. Well, I'm not going to say your name, Even Star, because I don't know if that's derogatory or not, but welcome. Thank you for following. I feel like it might not be good. Somebody tell me if they know if that's okay. Oh, it's an Italian name, so it's let's see, it'd be like, how do I say it? Like Chiaretta. I'm close, I think. Angry Noddle. Hello, thank you so much for following. You're all right? How am I? The skin colors look good? Good. Yeah, exactly where I needed more light play. Let's put her hair on real quick now that I've got that, and we're gonna flip her. Yeah, see, it covered up almost her entire back, so there wasn't much point. What I do think I need though is a little bit of shading. I'm just going to take a little bit of this gray and a little bit of this blackish color here. Maybe a little burgundy, maybe? I don't know if this is going to work. We'll try it. glaze it a little bit more. I think that works. Okay, that works enough. So much is going to be happening here. We're going to be covering up a lot of things. There's going to be a little pedestal here that she's going to be leaning on. Let's go back to our non-metallic color here. Cholo is a term implying Hispanic male typically dressed in chinos. Okay, so if it's not derogatory, then I'm cool with it. I don't want to... Hi, crossbow roof. The back may be covered, but we know the detail is there. Yes. Neapolitan. How are you? We've got a bunch of new followers. Welcome, everybody. So, do you guys see what's happening here? Can you see this? It's really pretty, but it's not. I think I got too much paint going on. Let's waste paint for a second here. Morsk 32, welcome. Thank you so much for following. All right, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna take some palette paper. Since we have a lot more people, you'll all get to see the recipe in action once again for non-metallic bronze. That's what I'm going to put down here. Hopefully I will not blurb paint all over again. Okay, so the first color I had was a black. Where is it? Is it? Yep. Okay, I use matte black from Army Painter. It's just handy, but you can use any black. Try to get this smooth. This is actually kind of an important step for using a Red Grass Games palette if you don't want your paper to dry out quickly. There we go. All right. Blanco. No, not blanco. Negro. There we go. Your palette sponge is a lot cleaner. That's because I probably switched sponges somewhere in there. Next, I think I want to try a little bit of this dark brown and actually add it in here because I think, no, take that back. Let's use the dark umber. It's a little bit of dark umber here. There we go. And now we're going to use mahogany. It started to blurb out there. Next, I think we're going to do this burnt orange. That's nice. This is called Heartfire. This is P3. But you don't have to use P3. You can just use a warm yellow. It needs to be a warm yellow. And then Furious Cabbage. Hello and welcome. I love your name. Thank you for following. All right, and then this is the light yellow. This is the one that we had everywhere before. Pale yellow as far as this one is. So you can see it's a very pale yellow. And then lastly is white. We don't need very much white. Thank you so much, Furious Cabbage. We're about ready to show a recipe that I found on Instagram. I'm going to link it here in the chat again. Thank you, Morsk. I'll show you how we did the skin tone again, too. So here's the Instagram where I got my recipe from. His name is Ravenswood Art. And so this is a Ravenswood recipe is what he's got a bunch of different recipes on his Instagram. One of the things I do when I just need to, I don't want to think too hard. I don't want to make something up on my own. I will go and I will Google bronze, metallic, non-metallic metal recipe. You know what? everyone has done some amazing work out there, so sometimes you need to just Google what they've done. All right, so here's the part where we're going to try to blend these together with a little bit of water. So I'm going to try to do these a little bit 50-50 right here. Okay. It's this. So we're going to try to make a, try to clean out in between the colors a little bit. There we go. See how we're getting our values, color values. There we go. I like that. That's a really pretty warm brown with that burgundy and that orange together. And then we're going to pull this down into this yellow and try to get a sort of a 50-50 mix in there. There we go. Now, pull that down into there. This is much better than the first mix I had. It was all over the place. All right, and then he comes down into the white. And you, like I said, you don't need a lot of white, so that can fade out. I'm gonna write here, Ravenswood. This is where I got this recipe. _art. So you know. Okay. Now let's go to the metal. And I'm going to start out with my black / brown mixture on the side here. My glasses are off, so if you want to get my attention, do at Shoshie's Mini so that I see your questions. And I'm just going to use that color as my base to start. And when I go to do the drop shadow on this underside of this curve, that I do want to have be a solid black. And then the rest can blend into this burgundy brown color, right? And I'm painting it very cleanly so I don't have to go and mess up my skin tone or anything. Okay, and there's a little dot right here that I can do. Okay, that can now dry. Let's go ahead and do the same thing up here. Remember the black? I guess I could make everything in here. Let's just do it all with the burgundy and the black. There's going to be some gems in there as well. And again, black is the kind of edges and the outline. And the middle can get more toward the brown. And the underside of her armband here is also more black because of the shading, right? The thing about metal is that where there's no light, there's no reflections, and so it can be very, very, very dark. So All right, now I have to turn this all the way upside down to get in here. All right, that, oop, it's still not completely covered. Yeah, okay. So that looks pretty good now with that. We can do the same thing on all the other little bits. All right, I know chat is going, so give me a second. I'm gonna go ahead and catch up to chat. Remember to do @Shoshie's Minis to get my attention with my glasses off. Okay, a little bit more of the black on the underside of that. And then kind of going in with the burgundy on the top of it to make that like darker brown color. Oh, there's a lot. It's a lot. Whew. Okay. Let me look at chat and then we'll go to the next step. I'm feeling really inspired to paint, but it's just too warm. I know. I think a lot of people are distracted by the warm weather, for sure. All right, this is getting dry. While that's drying, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the other side of her waist outfit thing. See how I put that black on that first, and then I'm gonna go up on the top of it and get burgundy. Make sure you guys can see it okay. Same thing on this side here. And again with the black underneath. And I'm just sort of wet blending it into itself. All right, just that alone looks kind of good. Okay, this other stuff is dry. So now we can start pulling in some of our oranges. Now I think it's the orange that really make this look bronzy. So I'm gonna put this in on all the highlights first. Gotta leave some of that dark brown there for the contrast. And you have to think about, if you are the sunlight, where is it gonna glint? Where is it gonna catch? It's not gonna be all over. It's gonna be at the top of the non-metallic metal, right? So here, there's some volumes over here that are very subtle. I'm gonna paint those. I think I'll paint those as almost like gems, but you're still gonna paint them with the colors that you've got, right? See? Now I'm just gonna do another second layer just to pop that out a little bit better. Because again, that orange needs to be kind of prominent. All right, now we're going into this yellowy orangey color. And again, this is where you need to start smoothing it in a little bit more. See that? It doesn't need to be 100% perfect. But again, think about where that light is going to reflect on this. And it's going to kind of fade off into the other part of her because it's not getting as much of that light. Okay, so let's do the same thing up here. I got to think about where my light's coming from. It's coming from this side. So I'm going to go ahead and do this side of the little spheres, or whatever these are, little cabochons. And this is, so this part of the little orangey highlight here, it's going to be smaller than the last one. See? All right, I need to check chat because I think chat's going. Get out a gecko, have a break, get a gecko, drink some water, stretch. Okay, it is good time. It's good time to stretch. Shall we stretch? Shall we drink some water? Let's drink water first. That's good. Dang, everybody else go get some water because if it's that warm where you are, you should be hydrating all day. Unlucky and typical. All right, now it's time for stretch, and then we'll do the geckos. How about that? Yeah. All right, everybody get up. Oh no, keep falling over. Get up and stretch. Oh, that feels good on my back. I only have one crack that time. I'll take these off. Do a little mist. Because the geckos like the humidity. Let's get out Biscuit. Come here, Biscuit. Okay, there she is. See, if I put her right here, you can see her really well, and she doesn't get as sensitive to the light. Look at the Biscuit. It looks like a little dragon. Now there's, the closer I get to the light. Blip. I'll do a little overhead. Don't go into the paint. You're gonna climb over the side of my hand, huh? She had a really good shed. Look at how chunky her tail is. She's getting ready for winter. She's been eating good. Wait. There she is. She's a good girl. You've got the best. At least, you know what, even if you hydrate with caffeinated drinks, it will dehydrate you. She wants to go back in right now. Holy cow. Did you see that? She like tried to crawl right into her enclosure. Okay. This is weird. I've got like a shipping donation down here and then one up here, but we've already made our goal. So I don't know what that is up there at the top. So let's see if I can, which one of the, nope, that closes the bottom with there. Well, it's this one. There we go. Yeah, I had to give up caffeine because I'm trying to do this diet, and I have to make sure to stay hydrated for it. But yeah, caffeinated drinks, at least you can still hydrate a little bit with caffeinated drinks. It's just harder. Double Fruity says, our problem is that the sun shines into the bedroom in the morning and heats up the room. Yeah, you don't want to blind your poor neighbors. Have you thought about like those blackout curtains? That might help. It also might make it really hard to get up in the morning. Yeah, she's a cutie, Mikey. I like her. You still hydrate. You just wind up going to the bathroom more. Yeah. In the long run, it ends up being a little less productive. Okay, let's go back to painting. I was on a good roll with my non-metallic metal. See how smooth that looks? All right, now with my yellow, this is the yellow orangey. It's sort of my 50-50 between orange and yellow. And we're gonna hit the apex of that. And down here. All the little spots that are going to have kind of a bright curve. Like that. Okay. Okay. So next is my ivory / yellow mix. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this. See how I do that? Let me go fix some of the other areas I've got on here too. And that little ball right there. There's another one over here. This part of it I want to be, I might have to go back in here to my bronze again and glaze a little bit. Yeah, that's better. It's kind of one of those fake it till you make it kind of. So now with the white and the light yellow, I'm going to do little dots of highlights because I want them to be broken up. I don't want it to be like a straight, almost like it's kind of sparkling a little bit. And what that's going to do is it's just going to break it up and make it look interesting and kind of camouflage any roughness or any weirdness. See? Let's get back in here with that yellow. So, see, that's all, that looks very good. Let's do up here. So now this gets tricky because I want this again to be a little bit more orangey. So I'm going to go in here with this orange and make this orange highlight really bright. And then the little yellow bits are going to be small. So let's let that dry a little. Okay. I want to let that dry a lot. I think we're good over here. We need to do a little bit more of that little sparkly dotted. Okay. Uh-oh, I got water on her. A little bit right there. Good. Okay. Same thing I did little dots with the side of my brush to kind of try to pop that edge. It's kind of like edge highlighting, but not quite. You got black and foil is cheap. That's funny. You have blackouts, but gosh, they get warm. They do too. Yeah. You can't always insulate. I guess that's a pain too. All right, here's the, now I need a little bit of like a burgundy mixed with yellow to make a brownish color. I need a little bit of that too. There we go. Oh, that's maybe not, it needs to be more ochre colored. Let's see if I can make an ochre. Maybe a little black and over orange. Nope. There we go. It's sort of better. Right here. I just had a little tiny bit of black. So over here, this is for this band. Just a little bit of this. Actually, it's too desaturated now. It needs to be more of a true ochre. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get back in here with this yellow. I'm going to just layer it up. Let's go yellow and orange. There we go. I'm trying to make kind of like a little cabochon highlight. What I may need to do is go back in with my black. And this highlight gets to be smaller than the last one. Okay, that's getting somewhere. Just with the black and the burgundy, mix that together. I'm going to go ahead and get my shadows because I lost my shadows a little bit. Where's my black and burgundy? Here we go. Just to outline those because some of my volumes got a little muddy. See how I pull that back out? All right. Now a little bit of this. This is the important part. I'm just going to put it in a few spots and remember the little dots so it's not connected. Just a few. See how cute that is? Now the white, that's your little ding. Put that back on the spots that are supposed to be the brightest. See that? Oh, and I just noticed she does have a little gem hanging from her forehead. I'm probably going to make that red. And I just noticed she has an armband around this arm as well. That'll be a little bit trickier because it's a lot smaller. So you see we're getting there. Good morning, Stephen Hugh. Thank you. Yes, it's supposed to be like a bronze brass color. It's exactly what I wanted. It's looking good so far. She's really cute. There's this little bit on her back, but you know what? It's going to get covered by her hair. And so I just like that little hint back there. That's so cute. It's going to be awesome. Now, there's a pedestal. Where's the pedestal? It's like a little lion. Thought I had it on my desk. Maybe. Sometimes I'll put something somewhere so I don't lose it, and then I'll lose it. Oh, there it is. That's why. There it is. Okay, so this, I'm thinking, this is a lion. I'm thinking about doing something similar to the box art with this guy, which makes it look kind of cinder-like. Let me pull up the box art. Somebody can do exclamation point notice get exclamation notice get to. Can you type that for me? The contrast between the skin and the hair is good. It was perfect. Looking for is just such a good looking scheme. Thank you, Morris. You're so nice. That's so great. Yeah, I worked hard on trying to make something that would be different than what the box art had, but I did like a few things. This is a Monument number 1. You can get that from Monument. Down in my profile, I have a link, and you can get, I think you get 10% off your first order. There we go. Thank you, Rumble. So if you go to that link and you can take a look at the box art, there's this amazing kind of lava glowing, and I think I want to do that same thing with this, see if I can recreate it, because I like exactly what he's done there. So that's gonna be tricky. Okay, so I think if I'm looking at it right, it's got a couple different angles that I can look at and make it easier. That's very helpful. Okay, so it seems like he's used a blue, purpley blue, which I've already got purple in the color scheme. I think I've got nightshade purple, that's walnut brown. This nightshade black indigo. Well, I thought I had a purple. Here it is. Nope, that's not it. That's charred brown. Well, let's do this dark purple, because I do have kind of a dark purple tone on her arms as my, there we go. Oh, then that's, look at how nice that's gonna look with that. So I think it'll work. Let's see. Yeah, I think it will work. So what I'm going to do now, the sculpt itself has little cracks and things like that on it. I almost feel like I need to do some kind of dry brushing work, but careful dry brushing work. Let's try it. Let's just use a big fluffy brush. I'm going to put paint on here. If that doesn't work, I can always go back and airbrush it a little bit. And I'm just gonna, it doesn't seem to be the right. Let's add a little bit of this yellow. Ooh, yes. Oh yeah, that was it. Just I add a little bit of yellow to that purple, and look at how that pops out all of a sudden against that black. Oh, I love. Yeah, that's gonna be really good. And plus we're already using colors that are in the scheme. All right, I'm gonna go back to chat and look what you see what you say. Okay. Sometimes you've got a dry brush, right? There's no technique that is too above anybody, despite what people say. Don't even listen to them. If they say dry brushing is a beginner technique, I don't believe that. Dry brushing is a technique. So yeah, that's gonna be amazing. Thank you for posting my link, Lamunis. I appreciate that. Yeah, Lamunis just posted the link to the Monument store. And don't forget, you get 10% off your first order. And then after that, 5% off any future orders. And I do get a little bit of a commission for that. So that's another way you can kind of help out the stream and get some good paints. So you help me and I help you. I really want like a more dusty brush, but this is working, so I'm going to keep with it. Okay, that seems to be pretty cool looking. We don't need to do too much more. It is a statue, right? Just pick up that. There we go. All right, I've got a nice, cool looking statue now. Let me go take a look at my reference because I want to see what he's done. He's definitely got some different stuff here. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so I think what he's done is in order to get like an OSL or a flame, like this is a burning coal, he's inside the mouth. He's painted, we'll put some white to start, just a little bit. Because white is the center, the hottest part, right, of a flame. So that will be the warmest. That needs to dry completely before I do anything else. And then I'm going to take some of this hot yellow and I'm going to try this. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm just going to stick this in some of the spots where I want it to be like a burning ember. I may need to get back in here. It's messy right now. And I think I'm going to use transparent red as a glaze over that yellow. See what happens. Let's see what happens when we glaze transparent red over the top, or maybe even, yep, here it is. Maybe even transparent orange first. Let's do a little rainbow of yellow and all the different transparency. Yellow to orange. Okay. So then it might go to magenta with when we do a little bit of that. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, wow. So I might use that rather than the transparent orange. Kind of like that a lot. Oopsie, it's still wet. I don't want it to be wet. Okay, it's not working how I wanted it to yet. It's sort of. I might need to do a few layers. So like I said, the idea I want to have, I need more yellow over here. Ooh, I like that. That looks cool. So that tells me that I need to do that, but everywhere else as well. So we need this yellow, and then take that, just glaze that transparent yellow over the top. Maybe, no, white. That's how he got it so intense. So intensity, you need the white first. See, I'm working it out. I'm figuring it out. That's why I was like, it's not working how I want it to. Okay. Trying to make this thin and delicate, like little cracks in the lava. Okay. Thankfully, white dries pretty quick. So this will not take me too terribly long here. Ooh, okay. Let's go with our orangey yellow again around the edges of the mouth. I can kind of blend that in. Okay, that's looking cool. See how that is? It looks really glowing on the screen. All right. Now we can do that same thing with this transparent yellow. Whoops, that didn't work at all. Hold on. Let's do this orange. Oh, that's pretty. That's got more red in it. That works for me. I can deal with that. Now, I may end up hating this and redo it, and that's totally okay because we're using such thin layers that it should just go right back over it. starting to look more lava-esque. What do you think so far? I want your opinion. I know it's rough right now, but are you being able to see ahead? Are you seeing the future and how this is gonna play out? I have to be like a couple steps ahead of myself. All right. Now, I need to go in here with some black, and this is where I'm going to blend that up against that red, and a little black and a little purple mixed together. For that contrast, and I'm hoping. And what I may do is actually, yeah, that looks good. See how we're thinning that out now? Because that blends that with the red, making a dark embery looking burgundy. Okay, now with that reddish, orangish, going around the edges of the mouth again. And that will also kind of wrap it together with the rest of that amber. Now, let's take some of that fiery orange again, and in the depths of the red, we can poke a little bit of that orange next to that purple. It's going to glow a lot, right? See how that's starting to work? See, now it's starting to look pretty cool. It's definitely looking like it's glowing from the inside, right? Nobody is commenting, so I don't know if you guys think it looks like crap or what. Help me, guys. All right. I'm going to put a little bit more of that white in the middle of his mouth again, because it's still got some yellow in there. But the more white we can get, the more like hot it will look. See that? And we'll do that a little in a few other spots. Looks hot. It's good. Good. Yeah, I think it's coming together as far as the ambiance that I'm looking for. I mean, I'm gonna need to go in here and clean it up a little bit, but at least you guys are getting the idea. Yeah, I really like that. And so I can always go back with the black and the purple and kind of go right up to that hot spot and make that more crisp. So remember the white is where it's going to be the hottest on the flame. So maybe toward the center and the deepest crevice is going to be some of that. Wow. So that means this needs to get more white toward the middle. See that? Wow. Okay, so he's got that going on inside his mouth. What is it going to look like on the outside? He's got this kind of pastel. Let's go with a little bit of this yellow and this. Okay. This is where I pick out some of the details. See, you're starting to be able to see him better. With the edge lighting. Wow, he's so cool looking, isn't he? By making these small highlights, it's actually going to make him look darker. That's my goal anyway. If we can darken up some of the shadows. I probably could get out my transparent purple and black. Oh, we got the same song. Sometimes the song plays twice in a row. I'm try to change it. There we go. We got some lo-fi hip hop. The stone looks dead on. I think the mouth is just about right. Definitely on the right path. Yeah, it's starting to look molten at least, right? And it is starting to look stone-esque. I feel like we could go more in the gray, possibly. Let's see what... Yeah, no, I think we're right on the right track with him. Keeping him a little rough and a little bit... there, and I can use gray by mixing this yellow and this. I'll just go in the very edges. There's little, you know, little cracks and things to weather. Those little small highlights sometimes can be a big difference. I haven't decided if I want to make his eyes a glowing. Probably will. This is where I feel like I need to get in here with my black again. And some of the darkness has to be reestablished. Especially these under shadows, they need to be really dark in order for this other stuff to pop. See, that's already starting to help it. More black. See how just tightening all that up helps so much? Okay. Let's see if we can add a little bit of yellow maybe. Yeah, that's good. I like that. That yellow really pops against that purple. That's why it's looking so molten that way. Part of me wants to put white on some more stuff. I'm not sure. Reaper Miniatures, thank you so much for the raid. We are working on this molten pedestal to go with our fire elements from Kimera models. How's everybody doing? Welcome everybody. I'm Shoshie from Shoshie's Minis, if you've not heard of me. Josh is a beast. He is so awesome. Everybody needs to follow Josh. Josh is awesome. Gao Mizuchi, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Let's see. Lo-fi beats to paint fire too. Yes, Furious Cabbage. That's how we do. Welcome, Raiders, everybody. I'm Shoshie from Shoshie's Minis. So my alert on this is a little bit big, but that's Big Apple SD77. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. The Mighty Geared Ba. Ball said he said you say that. That's awesome. Did he really say that? That's great. So I'll show you this is what we've been working on. This is the fire element. She kind of reminds me of Firestar or the Phoenix from Marvel, doesn't she? She's looking really good. Booty. A little bit of booty there. Currently what we were painting is she's got this pedestal that she's leaning on it, and we're trying to get that to where there's like a molten look to it. Now you're kind of throwing him under the bus. Yes, Diomedes. Well, it's personal though, but yeah, you can post the link. Diomedes is making a journal for me because one of my other new hobbies is I've been birding, and I've decided to start nature journaling. So, oh, Diomedes got to link it to a mod. See, Rumble's here. Send it to Rumble. Anyway, he's making this. I can't permit you, I don't think. Can I? No. How do I don't. Rumble. So, yeah, I don't have a permit. Maybe I can. The best, quickest way to do it is just to send it to Rumble. Permissions? Maybe. Set user permissions. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I'm sorry. I don't know my mod very well. Okay, Rumble. Send it. Anyway, what was I going to say? So I'm getting this handmade journal. Diomedes Industries is a leather worker, and he's really amazing. So he's making this. Look at this. This is gorgeous. By the way, this is our metal song that we have. Yes, it's so pretty. So I'm going to be journaling my bird and animal and insect escapades in this, and it's on its way. All right, so we're in the process of continuing to paint this. I need to take a look at my reference because I think I'm going to straight up copy him in many ways here. Okay. So it looks like where he's got a little bit of a red glow, he's got a little bit of a highlight in some places too. So like there. And here. That actually feels better. It's difficult when you're just copying somebody else's work as opposed to doing your own, but this is the kind of look I wanted it to have. That's better. I actually like that. I feel like there needs to be a little bit of like a blue-gray. Let's see, maybe this color with, this is blue-black. Yeah, that would be awesome. Let's see what happens. We're introducing a new color. Let's mix it with our existing palette so that we can keep it harmonious. Whenever I add a new color to my palette, mix it with a little bit of the previous color. So, oh yeah, that is it. That way, it always, like I said, stays harmonious. That's gorgeous. So kind of got more of a stone feeling to it. Okay. So we had started doing this kind of inner glow. I'm going to go back in with my red and dry, like wet brush that over that. This is transparent red. And I want all that to look like a molten lava feel. Oh, I kind of like that. It's, I don't know. Maybe I need to bring back a little bit of the orange. Let's do just a little bit right in the center. Tiny, tiny amount. Yeah, that feels better. Just that tiny amount of orange is going to make that feel like it's hot. Yeah, that was it. Yep. Getting some orange in here, some orange red. More orange. Okay, I think I'm ready to do something else. Let's go back to our bronze because we've got a lot of people in here. I want to show you guys how I'm doing the non-metallic bronze yet. This is what I've laid out for my bronze on my palette. So if you want to learn how to do non-metallic bronze. Tornado warning. Oh no, it's over. You almost missed me. Oh, okay. There must not have been one here, Zombie Toast. So some trees went down not far. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad that you're safe. That's good. Okay. So, yeah, it's all up north. Okay, that makes sense. Because I was going to say, I haven't heard anything. Usually, we get the same tornado weather that Texas has, but a day later. So you can see I'm mixing black and burgundy together to get this for my bronze, and I'm going to paint this on her shoulder pad. It's more black and a little bit less of that burgundy. The other part of her shoulder pad already has some purple on it. So that's already taken care of. Little black, little burgundy. And a lot of this part of the shoulder pad right here is going to get covered up, but we're going to paint it anyway. Okay. Let's go ahead and get in here with the whole under there. So I got to be really careful not to get any on her arm. You can see what I'm trying to do here. A little black in there as well. Okay. A lot of concentrating today. So if you have questions, make sure you ask, because I get a little in the zone sometimes. Okay. That works. Now, this is the next step in my non-metallic bronze. Chicago is getting hit right now. Yeah, with the tornadoes, that stinks. So now we're going with this brown color. It's like burgundy and orange mixed to make a dark sienna color. And I'm looking at where's the light from my overhead light hitting, and I'm seeing a bright highlight here. I'm getting all of that. Try to touch her hair. There we go. Just kind of over brushing on the tops of the curves. There's a lot of like filigree kind of work on here. All right, so next color. This is I'm gonna mix this and the burgundy. Actually, yeah, yellow and burgundy make a kind of, there we go. We're gonna do this. Sort of a more neutral brown color. And I'm going to go back in with my yellow. Trying to paint it clean, trying to paint it smooth. So that's so yellow that I can come back in with this lighter brown and see that? That looks good. Okay, I'm going to focus on this corner because we're thinking about, again, how the light's hitting that. Now this is the light yellow. Actually, I need the bright yellow now. I might need to glaze that back with the bright yellow when I get, let's try the, there we go. Does anybody have does anybody else have experience doing any kind of bronze non-metallic metal? Any color theory or ideas to share? Okay, so you can see I'm kind of going back. Oh, I just got a big blob of water. I'm trying to go back and forth here between the dark and the light, and my brush is splitting on me because I'm mashing it into my palette. There we go. There, see how I wanted to, I smoothed that out with I glazed a little bit of that brown because that yellow was a little bit intense. Okay, let's take a look at chat. You have very little non-metallic metal experience other than the Sky Earth Chrome you did. Yeah, it's one of those things, and Sky Earth Chrome is not easy, so I'm impressed that you tackled that, so that's really great. So the thing about having the non-metallic bronze is, you know what we could do, because this looks like leather, doesn't it? We don't need to have this all be, we don't need to have this be non-metallic at all, actually. Let's reverse that and make it into a really beautiful tooled leather, because Diomedes has inspired me now. So we'll take out these bright highlights by glazing that. And now look, it becomes more of a leather look. We glaze that away. Now, the shadows are purple. I really like that. Okay, let's do the same thing. Let's see if we can make this look like a beautiful tooled leather instead. So we'll focus on our highlights a little bit differently, because the highlights on leather can be, they don't need to be blended the same. So now I'm just using my brush to overbrush where I want the brightest highlight, and I can use different oranges and such, create different effects here. Kind of like that as leather. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think I should go back and make it metal? I felt like there's a lot of metal going on. Maybe she needs a different material. It's really pretty though, huh? Luna says, I like it as tooled leather. Okay, that makes it easy. I like it as tooled leather too. It's really pretty. Let's get in here with some purple and black, and we're gonna kind of go into some of the shadowed areas a little bit. I need my orangey. That's better. There's a cat hair. What kind of... There we go. Take it off. All right, so things need to dry. I'm going to go in here with my yellow and my orange. We'll have to do the orange more. There we go. That'll get kicked back down to, yeah, there we go, there we go. This is back and forth until we get it all the right. So it's starting to look like tooled leather now. While that dries, we can get some of the burgundy, some of the orangey, and just glaze that back over the yellow a little bit. See, I like it. I like that a lot. A little bit of the purple, a little bit of the black back in here. Okay, I think I need to leave it alone for a minute. Maybe some burgundy, actually. There we go. Bring back our shadows. I like it. I need to put my glasses on and take a look at it. Let's take a look with her hair. Yeah, I think it distracts less. I think because she's got so much contrast on her outfit, and this whole arm is going to be probably maybe the leather and then this same thing as her bikini on her arm here. So yeah, there will be plenty going on. This is one of the things this model was a sort of a challenge with, is because she's got a lot going on. She's got her pedestal. I really like that. It's a little, maybe a little purple for me. I'm not sure. Maybe we need more red in the purples so that it fits together. Like there's almost no blue purple like this. So what do I have? I need maybe this, maybe? Here, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take some transparent purple and some red to make a more magenta purpley. It feels a shade too warm. What feels a shade too warm, Zombie? This does? This is actually it's too blue compared to her. The leather feels too warm? Well, let's see if I can add, that's interesting. Let's add a little depth. I don't mind the warmth if I can have, you know, the contrast. See, there we go. Yeah, you like that? See, it needs contrast. So maybe it wasn't so much warmth, but it had no depth. This is adding a little bit of this purple is a warm purple though. I don't know. Coca, thank you so. Wait, did I say that right? Kokatbi. I think that's how I say it. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, if you haven't dropped me a follow, please do. We'd love to have you back. That is what I needed right there. What do you think about that, Zombie? Coco TBH. Ah, thank you. Coco TBH. I like it, Coco. Can I call you Coco? You think that was it? Yeah. Love it. Awesome. All right, good. Well, guys, it is 4:50. I definitely am gonna do something to the. We're gonna do a little bit of warming this up with some reds. I'm going to take a little bit of transparency, see what I can do. Hi, Miss Fear. How are you? All right, let's a little bit of blue. There we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. See that color? What happens when I warm? Oh, yeah, that's pretty. Put that in there. That changes a lot. Good, your painting is relaxing. I really appreciate that. I'm glad. You know, we've got so much going on in the world right now. What we need is more relaxing and more art, right? I know I need to relax when I paint, so let's see how this looks up on her. That seems a little less, it was fighting her a little bit less than it was now. Faux show. One of the things I love about this stream is when you go, what happens when we, oh yeah. Or oh yeah, there we go, oh yeah. A lot of my stream is all about that. Let's just see what happens. It's kind of like Bob Rossi, isn't it? What happens when we add some more reds and warm things up? So now, what happens when I thin this out even more and do this on top of everything? It changes everything. What we'll need to do is let this dry and then come back and reestablish those light highlights again. But I do like how warm that got. Oh, he's so cool looking now. Transparents are my friend. It works so much. Thank you, Ailey. Thank you for following, Sagebrush C. Okay, I'm going to blow this with a hairdryer real quick. So now we see we're bringing in colors that are already on her, which is really nice. So that is actually making that whole thing warm up like a hot coal. You think his eyes, you need a little eyes on his glowies. I want to look at the, because part of the thing is eyes will always draw your attention. And I'm not sure I want his eyes to draw attention yet. Yeah, no, you're right. Okay, his eyes do have a little glow in the box art, so I'm going to do that. So here's where we're going to start. We're going to start with the white. Just a little bit of the white. Who just followed? Did we just have a new follower? Hobbies for Happiness. Oh, thank you for the raid, Hobbies for Happiness. This is a good day to raid because we are having a happy stream too. We're just showing how to do glowing eyes. Okay, make sure those match before. Oh, wow, rawr! He's like looking into your soul. Yes, prepare for the raid. Everybody, we defend. We need hype and defend. For Hobbies for Happiness. Thank you so much. Oops. Go back in here with my white because that is the thing that really pops that out. All right, then we're going to take some of this transparent yellow. Hello, welcome. I'm Shoshie from Shoshie's Minis. If you haven't already, give me a follow. We paint, this is what we're working on today. This pedestal is with this beautiful goddess of fire and lava. Basically, I've got her inspired from the goddess Pele, who is the Hawaiian goddess. Aw, thank you for the follow, Hobbies for Happiness. Hawaiian goddess of lava and fire, I think. Yeah, that looks really cool. Yep. So that's her little lion pedestal. And then this is what she's going to end up looking like here. All right, Rumble, thank you so much for helping us mod and being an awesome person. Rabbit Turtle Studio. Wow, thank you for the subscription. We're going to write your name down. Wait, where's my pen? You brought me a raid. Aw, Hobbies is awesome. Good. Okay, let me follow Hobbies for Happiness back. Let's go back and see. Sorry, I'm holding my model. Can I follow you? There we go. All right, I have followed you back. That is awesome. Now I'll have to check you out sometime, Hobbies. Thank you for bringing your raid into us. What kind of work do you do, Hobbies? Let's write down real quick. Rabbit Turtle Studios. We always thank our followers. Also, we have a follower giveaway on the 1st of every month or so, close to it. And we have a subscriber giveaway on the 16th or close to it. This month it's going to be the 17th. Turtle Studios. Yep. Rabbit turtle. Don't let it bite. Thank you for following Balrogos. Is that how I say it? Yeah, that is right. See what that did? That changed him completely. Let's finish his eyeballs. Nom nom. Yeah, what kind of hobby stuff do you do? Do you paint miniatures or do you do other kinds of hobbies? I know Diomedes is a leather worker, so. Oops. Let's do. You work on D&D minis and wargaming minis such as Star Wars Legion and Warhammer. We focus on the hobby benefit to mental health. Well, that's perfect. That is perfect. I think that painting is medicine. You know, that's kind of one of my mottos. And we were just talking about how we have pretty relaxing music and the stream in itself is pretty chill. And how I really like other people to enjoy and get to relax and paint as well. All right, so we did these yellow eyes. I want to add a little bit of this red or maybe a little bit of this orange. Oh, she's a fellow Marine. Oh, that's cool. Yay. That makes so much sense then. Yep. Oh man. So I tried mixing a pastel with a transparent, and what you get like a mess is what you get. Let me try my transparent yellow back again. What happens when I mix magenta purple with yellow? Ooh, ooh. That's pretty, but not what I want. I want orange. Let's mix orange and yellow together. There we go. Now we got it. Now we're just gonna glaze that over his eyeballs to get that way more fiery looking. And now we can take the red and kind of put that around the edges to give it an OSL effect, right? While we're waiting for that to dry, I'm going to try to see if I can't pick out. I almost licked my brush full of paint. Gross. All right, there we go. See, now when we put that little bit of sub blue on there, it stands out more. Did we lose our music again? Sometimes we do at the end of our stream. Let's see. Yep, we did. All right, so you know what? It is 5 o'clock. We are getting to the end of things. I'm actually so happy that I made it this far. The last thing I'm going to do before I finish, I'm going to make sure that's dry. I'm going to take a little bit of white, and in the center of that eyeball, put that yellow back in there. So now it looks hot again. Oof. All right, that's good enough for today, I think. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We're going to be streaming again on Wednesday, so give us a follow. We'll be working on this model again. And there's more to do, trust me. I've got this whole phoenix. There's a phoenix that goes behind her, so you get to see more of how to paint flames and things like that, or flame-like things. Probably going to have this whole arm done by the next time. But yeah, let's see if we can find somebody awesome. Thank you so much, Carrie Michael Cosby. We really appreciate you following us. Definitely hope that you guys come back. Spicy meatball. All right, let's take a look. Let's look for somebody awesome to raid to. All right. So we stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the same time, 2:30 to 5:30, GMT -6. That's Central Time, Chicago time. And now we're gonna look for somebody cool. Let's see, we haven't rated Studio J in a little while. And there's Hobo J. I haven't visited their channel in a while. Let's do, let me check out real quick. I'm nervous about rating somebody who I haven't followed, or I haven't rated before. So let's go ahead and, yeah, let's do Studio J just because I know him. So go ahead and punch that raid button, join that raid, tell Studio J hello from us, and we will be back on Wednesday. And don't forget, Friday is Whip Trip Friday, where you can bring your pictures of anything that you've been working on, and you can share with the whole audience and everything. So, all right, guys, I will see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.